Testing. Welcome to the stream, everyone. My name is Christopher Jordan Hawthorne, aka CJH5K on YouTube. I haven't posted in a while. Now, the last upload on the channel was appearing on TMZ Live. They reached out to me in 2023. I reached back out and they let me on their show. What's crazy is it's not my first time dealing with television. And it's a great thing about live because you're able to come on and hear the content creators like mind frame, because there's a lot that I have to say. The state of the country, not only with the last upload being with TMZ Live, but the video before that was a prediction video on the channel. We normally talk about news, current events, and how I got to talk about also, man, the senior editor at TMZ, Harvey Levin, basically saying I sound like a politician. I got to address that because like how I talk is how I talk. I can't really fix that, right? But the election, November, make sure you go out to vote, okay? A lot of people saying it's over. The Democrats say it's over, Joe won, and then the other side, GOP, is going to say it's over. Trump's going to win, Reagan style. So the main thing is to go out and vote, okay? Until the last vote is casted, you will not know who will win the election. So, I just wanted to go live because, again, I haven't filmed content. The internet, it's a adjustment, and it's hard to blend in, especially when you're someone who didn't grow up on it, right? Like a lot of kids today, and I'm not trying to sound like some old guy, right? I'm 26, but a lot of kids today on TikTok, on tablets, dancing and all that, I can't relate. Didn't have any of that, right? Whoever paid the bills controlled the television. And so like shows, I know about old TV shows like Full House, Jefferson, Sanford and Son, like Golden Girls, South Park, and boom. I don't know nothing about that. I know about old Disney like that, so Raven. But you see, it's hard to kind of, again, like the internet does. You hear a lot of older guys, or rather guys who've been incarcerated, say the same thing. The internet, you say adjustment. It's hard to blend in because I'm not obsessed with it, right? So with the prediction video, okay, the election can go either way, but I'm not gonna be I told you so. I feel like a lot of creators, like, they have that I told you so, and you just it really I just don't think it's the internet. So yeah, you want to be right, but really to the point of where you have to, I don't know. And but anyways, first thing I want to address is Harvey Levin, again, who's a lawyer, like senior editor, the senior editor at TMZ, saying I sound like a politician. I'm not selling anything, right? I'm flawed. Well, nobody's perfect, but specifically me. Again, man, I'm 26. I'm getting older. I'm from Jackson, Mississippi. I'm from the north side. So, man, I made it out. 11 guys and girls I grew up with gone, right? And seeing decapitated heads, then seeing, like, man, please, people foaming at the mouth because of fentanyl. Ain't nobody got up. So I come on the internet, it's all professional. Because, again, like, until you squat and cough, you can't really, this is different. But my record is clean. All right. Let's see, guys with clean records who have gotten away with crime, they're not talking about it. Got these other guys on the internet running their mouth about everything. But anyways, I know in the back of my head that I'm not morally superior. I'm not higher than thee, because I know that if you're from the best way to describe Jackson is Atlanta. Atlanta is Jackson 2.0, right? So Atlanta is just an upgraded version of Jackson. A lot of people have misconceptions about the South. And to be honest, I just ignore it. They do the same with Alabama. It's country. You don't know what you're talking about. And with Gen X, when people didn't know what they were talking about, they used to get their head knocked off. Not saying I want that to happen. Necessarily, no violence. But, again, man, all that talk about the South, you don't know what you're saying, okay? So your grandmother, she must be talking about people. My grandmother said this. She must be talking about 1960, 50. It's ridiculous, man. The misconception about the South. Just, you know what? Stay up north. That's what you do. Stay up north. But anyways, man, if you from a Jackson, if you from a Memphis, if you from a Chicago, if you from a Baltimore, you probably effed up. Like, and maybe it's not on paper, but See, that's the goal of the underworld. That's the goal of these streets, is to commit crime, get away, and to not talk about it, right? It's not to, man, I just see a lot on the internet, man. It's just like, dude, I know in the back of my head some situations that went down. But again, I'm not going to come on here and just say that I'm higher than, I know I'm not. I know that in the back of my head, I'm like, dang, I ditched that car. Dang, this happened. So, man, when Harvey Levin said I sound like a politician, I ain't gonna lie, it kind of hurt, because I know I'm not. I'm not a manipulator. If I was a manipulator, I would come on here and just, he didn't actually say it, but he was referring to it. If I was a manipulator and somebody who was counterfeit, I would come on here and, I would never do this and that, right? I can't speak to looting, because, I've never looted, but, it just ain't really, So guys on the platform, it's great logging on and hearing what would they buy the book black say? What would they ABL say? What would a G Foreman say? Especially G Foreman. You ain't stole a candy bar out of a corner store, and I respect it. But a black liberal ain't saying a damn thing to me. I promise you. They ain't saying nothing, because people are correct. Criminals play off the ignorance of liberals. You don't know what the hell you talking about. But it is what it is, man. I ain't got nothing to say to some of these guys. So I agree with Dan Bongino. Like, some of these guys, man, ain't really nothing to talk about at all. I'm 26. I'm getting older. So, again, man, a lot of stuff is just in the past. But anyways, Harvey Levin, so the topic was Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. The topic they gave me beforehand, apparently what they do is randomly DM people, right? And to get them on their show. She told me the producer told me to don't research the topic. But listen, I don't buy that it was random. And again, the first topic that they gave me was the guy that was in the movie Radio, Cuba Gooding Jr. He was sitting on a golf court in Miami with the P. Diddy situation. What was I supposed to say? I thought that was a conspiracy theory. There's nothing he's on vacation. That's all we had to say. But, there's no, but when it's not conspiracy theory when it's that. Okay. But anyways, with, the topic that they gave, Angel Reese, Caitlin Clark, luckily I watched the game that night before. Actually, a few years ago, I went to a women's basketball game. Before all this hype and all this, one of my friends was talking to one of the girls on the team, and we went to a game, right? I've been to MLB games, NFL, NBA. The excitement, it wasn't all that. Like, guys weren't standing up, slapping chests and fists. Maybe they should lower the rims, give girls opportunity to dunk. But they were talking about the pay. The pay is great. You have unarmed security guards making less than $30,000, and you looking at a guy that used to pour concrete, driveways, and parking lots. We didn't get paid no $75, $80K in the heat of the South. Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark are making phenomenal money. It's great. That's a blessing. That's really a blessing to make $75 and $80K for putting the ball in the hoop. That is a blessing. But hey, them guys talking about the pay and all that. Then I just think that's a bit excessive. Talking about Jason Whitlock. Okay, salute to Jason Whitlock. Jason Whitlock apparently said that nobody would know who Angel Reese is if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark. Okay, you need that in media. You need a Skip Bayless. You need a Jason. If you need a babyface heel dynamic, if everybody is saying this is what they saw, you need Jason and Skip to say, what were you watching? When these guys are gone, they're gone. There's no more Stuart Scotts. Like, so, putting that in the article, I just think that was overblown. But of course, man, it's TMZ. Like, that's what they, it's a bit overblown. But again, man, if Jason said that, I know for me personally, I was watching LSU a year prior. So that's how I knew about Alexis Morris. And then again, I went to a game, not LSU game. It was I forgot. Because again, I just remember going to the game and sitting. It wasn't even nothing to remember. But no, they are talented. I'm not trying to make it sound like they wasn't all that, but it just wasn't all that, But with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark, man, again, to each his own. You can be a fan of both, right? Who pay your internet bill? That's who you root for, okay? Just because you black, you got to go for Angel. But Angel Reese is more my speed, I would say. She's having a better season, you can say, etc. This other Wilson girl. But again, man, in the context of the whole country, that's like, this is minuscule. I want to talk about this too. The jersey prices. Caitlin Clark is probably selling more jerseys than Angel Reese. The jersey being $80 is ridiculous. Male NBA jerseys are 80. So is a women's jersey 80. Listen, man. In this great economy, people are struggling. So I don't understand how $80 a jersey. I talked to a guy the other day who said he was mapping out locations to go to so he can take the shortest route to save gas. So again, man. In this great economy, I just $80 for a jersey or for a phone bill. $80 for a jersey or for a property tax. I think the decision's made on my end. But to each his own. And it's the same with these hats and memorabilia from politicians. $40 for a hat. No. I guarantee I don't have nothing. You can do it, no. So again, I'm not trying to sound like a cheap scumbag, like I came from nothing, right? But this just the reality. Sometimes it is just the principle. It's just too high. Okay, $40 for a hat, lids. These stores like lids and all that. Come on, But hey, again, it's not even about if you got it, because people are like, if you got it, good. But that ain't really what it is. So again, man, I was happy to go on TMZ again. It wasn't my first time dealing with television because I filmed a commercial, but it never came out. So there's a restaurant in my hometown, Jackson. It's called Big Apple Inn. There are other channels on in the city, like Clay Edwards, who's also with Trump. You got Squirrel World. I haven't watched them in a while, but you got Squirrel World, and you got Juice City Legends. You have a few of these guys, but listen, man, I filmed a commercial for Big Apple Inn at the Fair Street location. I was just a regular customer. The camera guy comes in and says, "Hey, you look like you would fit in this commercial." We filmed it. They give me the time limit. They didn't tell me what to say. They give me a time limit. They gave me a rundown. The commercial never comes out. They told me to wait till about a year and the commercial will come out. So Big Apple Inn in Jackson, Mississippi, Fair Street. Gino is the owner. The commercial never came out, right? So, I read every comment on the channel and things like that. I do a lot of blinking. You want to know why? Because I was shot in the eye with a BB gun when I was a child. It happened out in Las Vegas, point blank range. So how would your eyes look if you were shot with a BB gun? Right? It's just something that's forever, right? They're still brown, which is good, but for the most part, again, so from not having a TV growing up to actually being, I'll take it, right? A failed commercial guy, because the commercial never came out. You're never gonna see it. I was in it. My grandmother was in it later because I was the main character. But maybe Big Apple Inn had a location in Atlanta, but it closed down. So if they would have aired my commercial, I'm not trying to brag. Like, I'm not trying to seem cocky. Well, this is just how I am. But if they would have aired that commercial, I think they would have had some more business. And that's a black job, by the way. A commercial spokesperson for a black business. A lot of these people, man, go do what you do. Harvey Levin told me, again, I'm not a politician. He said I sound like one. To each his own. People like what they like. They're going to do what they do. I'm not stopping nothing. I promise you that. So, hey, man, again, it just feels good that finally something was aired on television with me on it. Now, how I got my first television, I won it it was like a relative's job anniversary. They were handing out tickets at the door. I got a TV. It wasn't bought. So, man, I'm a made man out the city. So again, man, salute to, Clay Edwards. He talk about crime and things like that. Clay, it's over, man. I was in that at one point in time. I was never jumped in. The channel name has nothing to do with that. But listen, man, money, girls, drugs, lies. And listen, it's over in Chicago. It's over in Memphis. It's just over, okay? Especially in the city, man, with these, you got a lot of girls keep up. They just talk, run their mouth. And there was an older guy in Jackson, Mississippi. There's an area named Tougaloo. There was a guy named Cowboy who used to live there. I'll be at his house a lot when I was younger. He told me don't deal with none of them girls from the city. And I never did. And I'm still alive. I have no, every which way, north, south, east, west, drive safely. Because he got these girls keeping up all this mess in the city and dudes end up dead. He say, she say. So, hey, man, Clay, listen, you got to talk about the Supreme Court. You might want to go federally like I was doing. The city, Peacock and Tubi, that's where I'm at with TMZ. I'm not trying to sound like you can tell people come from nothing, but that's just the reality. So, again, man, salute to Clay. Again, man, I'm not telling people who to vote for, Harvey Levin, but if you did ask, I would tell you this guy, clearly not Joe Biden, right? The guy who they try to take out. They say your vote doesn't matter, but they try to take out a candidate. I think you should go with that guy. If this guy has more of what you agree with than the other one, it should be an easy decision. Should be. But hey, man, you got some idiots on the internet, especially on Twitter. You know, at one point in time, I thought, well, I ain't going to go there. But let me pull out my topic list because I want to talk about a few other things. I already got that out the way with Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. Salute to them both balling. Angel Reese definitely more on my speed, though. But, you know, to each his own. Let's see. Before I get on. All right, the next topic I want to talk about was now you did just have some of these are old. Let me see. Alec Baldwin. Alec Baldwin basically got you know, stuff like that. Alec Baldwin. Oh, I want to talk about the debates too. The debates happened a few weeks back. If everything Donald Trump said was a lie, how did he win the debate? I'm trying to figure that out. When did somebody ever lied and won an argument? I don't understand. And you got all these celebrities and Hollywood elites telling you to vote for one side. You don't think that's weird? Man, some people, man, you know, it is what it is, man. But I want to talk about line Donald Trump talked about he just you know, there's a lot going on with him right now, but the Green New Deal scam, it's a scam, okay? Climate change is a scam. I wish people had balls, but they don't really have it nowadays to put their face on. They don't have balls. But again, man, I used to sell narcotics, so I'm not worried about what are you going to say on the internet to an ex-dope man that's going to scare me? Dealt with a guy who's in a pen right now dealing with the cartel. What the F are you going to say? Right? So, man, please. But Donald Trump's talking about the Green New Deal. It is a scam completely. Now, I know somebody who got some new washers and dryers. They don't even have a small, medium, and low sign. So next time you go to Home Depot, Lowe's, look at the washer and dryer. It's all about control. They want to control like the water usage. So we put a load in, it auto sense the water. So to match the load, and it didn't even do it when you put a comforter in there. The washer that they had before had a small, medium, and large sign in it. Not the new washers and dryers. They suck. The new appliances suck, and how they are made is through the government. They send out the regulations and all. So again, let's see. I'm not trying to sound like some old guy, right? Let's see how long these silver, refrigerators last compared to the ones at your grandparents' house that, were white at one time, but they're rusty. Let's see how long they last. The new appliances suck, and it's all because it's climate change, Green New Deal nonsense. There was a business owner. He showed me the restrictions. It was ridiculous. You can't even meet them. And that's why businesses, we already have renewable energy laws on the book, but now you want to deal with this Green New. It is a BS. And that's exactly why you should go with Trump, because he's going to overdo a lot of this mess that Biden has put in there. Biden don't give a damn about no climate change. He's got a house on the beach. It's all a joke and a scam. That's all it is. Okay? But hey, man, some people, man, they just, I don't know what's in their head. Maybe like a peanut or something, but it is what it is. I wanted to talk about this too. David Banner. Do y'all know who David Banner is? Now, David Banner is from our hometown. Listen, David Banner, one of these channels I was watching was trying to talk about him like he was a revolutionary. Are you serious? In order to become a revolutionary, you have to A, get shot, B, go to prison, or 3, die. David Banner's nothing but a drunk. That's all he is. He's just a drunk. Okay? And that's why he's on Instagram doing his fitness thing. Me and my mom were talking about the other day. Will Smith tried to go back to God. David Banner tried to go to fitness. When crap hits the fan, you got no. David Banner's just a failed rapper. He's a failed rapper who, again, he's a drunk. So he'll buy a bottle. There's a high school in the city begging the alumni for help on trimming shrubbery, for help on, gear for the tennis and volleyball team. Where's David Banner? David Banner, revolutionary. He's nothing but a drunk, and I tell it to his face. He had a public gym. He broke. You ain't got no home gym? Are you serious? David Banner. There was one of these channels, locally talking about David Banner, revolutionary. And black people, man, like, I don't know what I'll be talking about. I don't know. David Banner, nothing but a drunk. That's all he is, man. And again, just because you're from a place, yeah, you can say, oh, he don't owe anything. What about, is it too much to donate to St. Jude, sir? Is that too much to ask? What about a canned food drive? What about a toy drive? The backpack giveaways, people have had complaints, right? Backpacks only last a year. Well, hey, David Banner, nothing but a drunk. And he don't get no respect. And that's why his music career fell off. He's just a drunk, man. Again, and you have people that real deal are alcoholics and need help, right? My grandfather was one, right? Went to the military, fought for this country, and came back and was dealing with some things. But listen, man, David Banner's an alcoholic. That's what he is, not a revolutionary, okay? Because none of the three things that I mentioned, A, get shot, B, go to prison, and 3, die, either from a shooting or die some kind of mysterious way. David Banner, man, it's hard sometimes not to curse, man. It's really hard. But so you just had the situation in Butler, Pennsylvania with the former president. A lot of information is coming out. We still don't know what's happening. I mentioned this in my video in December. Lee Zeldin, Steve Scalise. The guy's probably overall. I'm trying to figure out how I should word it for this. Overall, just wait for all the information to come out. But in the back of my head, it says it's an inside job, right? This guy's probably groomed, maybe like in high school, right? Because I mean, even when I was in high school, I went to 5 different schools growing up. But in high school, a Marine recruiter noticed me because I had a good shot as a sniper. So he was like, "Hey, you want to be a sniper?" I was getting in trouble a lot. I was getting suspended all through school. Again, it's just typical inner city upbringing for me. I've just graduated, I've evolved, went to college, etc. But in high school, this guy Crooks probably was groomed by some teacher. He's in Pennsylvania somewhere. Got a lot of liberals in the education system. This whole BlackRock commercial, allegedly, it's all alleged. Listen, man, this guy Crooks was groomed, and he's not the only one, right? So, I feel like they're not going to stop until this guy's dead. You're running this platform. He hasn't talked about it in a minute, but firing 50, 60,000 people, they're not going to go easy, okay? So, Thomas Crooks, you 20 years old. I don't understand guys like him. You come to the internet and you just so enamored at what you see and you locking low? Really? Go live your life. All Thomas Crooks had to do was go get a tan, change your haircut, hit the gym, and you wouldn't have had no damn depression. You could have been getting women left and right. But instead, he was researching things like, major depression. And, this guy had 2 phones. I guarantee the phone with 27 contacts, 10 or 15 of those contacts are actually people that the Fed should tap. What are they online surveying? The Patriot Act. What's up with all this? And you still missing guys. Even on simple searches. The feds hate Trump, and I'm gonna tell you why. A few years ago, I was at a cookout, and this former Fed guy, he was there. He just retired, so he was working under Trump. He said, Lord Trump traveled too much, and Trump didn't pay for their lunch, right? So I guess former other presidents paid for the lunches of the agents. Now again, not saying all, right? You got to salute the Secret Service, especially that sniper, and they did cover. A lot of people not even doing that. A lot of people had this like Uvalde approach to like how they looking at it. But, man, Lord Trump traveled too much and Trump didn't pay for their lunch. Listen, man, those complaints, I seen a lot of comments on my channel. I never seen Fed rat snitch. I never seen that. But, again, man, this whole situation in Butler, Pennsylvania, it just seems like, if Thomas Crooks had shot a little bit to the right, it would have been over. No matter which way the guy would have turned his head, it would have been over. And it's a shame that the police knew about this guy all day. He was lurking at the picnic table. Then Kimberly Cheadle, she's lying. Oh, that was up to the police. The township commissioner came out and said, "Hey, that's not true. We were on traffic duty." Like, who knows, right? I couldn't imagine being 60, 70 years old. You just been getting lied to your whole life. and I'm 26 years in, and it's just like, you know, it's just crazy to say the least. But Butler, Pennsylvania, the former president, he made it out. He survived, which is a blessing. It's good. This idiot Thomas Crooks got a face shot, fatal. Paramedics couldn't save him. It's over. You Thomas Crooks, what are you so? What's up with people? You that mad? Till again, you lock and load. Really? Man, please. I don't understand guys like Thomas Crooks. Like, cause I don't have no hatred or no in nothing. Thomas Crooks. We've all went to school with guys like Thomas Crooks, and his parents are therapists, by the way. You didn't notice? You didn't notice your son was? Oh, okay. This is like in Nashville. The girl Aubrey had 5, 6, 5, 7 different laptops, and you didn't notice she was stockpiling weapons. Oh, some of these parents are dumb as hell. That's just the reality. Dumb as hell. Okay, but worried about Trump. Look at what you raising. Look at, you can't control that. Control what you raising. That's what needs to be said. It is just ridiculous. What a sad society we live in. Again, man. Every day. Every single day. So again, man, the former president made it out. This again, man, Thomas Crooks headshot. It's over. Don't be him. Go live your life. You 20 years old, but now it's all over. You lived for nothing. Basically, died for nothing. Somebody was recently telling me about they knew somebody who was like 22. They had to get put into a social media camp institution. They were addicted to it. Are you serious? I'm so happy I didn't grow up on the internet. The only time that I would go on the internet when I was younger would be to commit what is called piracy now. Drag and drop movies and track lists on blank CDs and sell them. Because these guys, this new internet addicted, this how it ends. A headshot, okay? Go get a life. Pathetic. So hey, that's what I had to say about this whole Butler, Pennsylvania situation. And it's not Kamala a few years back where she was drove in several yards of I think I'm gonna say that was a pipe bomb. Listen, man, if any candidate gets struck, it would have been that's a big deal. But out of the two, it's more likely that it was going to be Trump. It's more likely that it was going to be him. That's safe to say. I saw a meme that somebody mentioned that Biden would have got tackled by the Secret Service, that he would have died. It's over, right? There's a lot of talk about Biden dropping out. I'll talk about that right fast. I think Biden should stay in this race. He's a great candidate. I think he should stay in. I really don't see a problem with Biden. I think that he should stay in until November. And I think that everybody should come out and vote for the candidate of your choice. That's what I think should happen. But if Biden does step out, if it's Kamala, I'm going to tell you this right now, that older Democrat, now you got racist people on both sides, but that older Democrat, the one that raised these purple, blue-haired white girls running around here in Nashville and all these places that I saw in college, they racist. So they not going to vote for Kamala. Kamala's going to have to pick a white guy as her VP or a white woman, okay? Now, Trump already beat Hillary. So I'm not like one of these rigged guys, but we know that True the Vote won lawsuits in states. States were not following their voting laws in 2020. That's just a fact. That's just a fact. So this whole Kamala would lose against Donald Trump. Michelle Obama would lose against Donald Trump. So, I mean, in either way, the Democrats are screwed right now. They're screwed and they're fumbling. That's why they tried to, well, they didn't try. That was alleged. We don't know who's behind this Thomas Crooks. We don't know. But Thomas Crooks also had overseas encrypted accounts. Oh no, sound CIA to me. That's what it sound like. But just a guy talking on the internet, right? So back to what Harvey Levin was saying on TMZ about me sounding like a politician. I'm just a guy talking on the internet. I can't talk on the internet. It is what it is, man. But again, man, Thomas Crooks, go find a life. He didn't have any affiliation. And one of the neighbors said that there's a video of, one of the neighbors being interviewed, and she's saying that she saw him walking around. I guarantee there's something buried. He buried maybe like more phones or devices. They should get metal detectors and run them all the way around. Because he's walking around that neighborhood. This guy, man, again, man. And see, he had nobody to, going back to this whole him being groomed allegedly. He didn't have anybody to stop this kind of liberal kind of brainwashing of that, kind of ordeal. Because all this, I just don't understand guys like Crooks. Oh, I hate this and that. Like, okay, man. Again, man, I just don't get it. But don't be him, right? Don't be a copycat. We just saw some copycat in Florida. But I'm so sick of that with the media. Texas and Florida. I didn't know they were the only two states in America. There ain't nobody crazy in Rhode Island, Wisconsin. What about Massachusetts? Texas and Florida, man, go to hell. That's what I really think about it. But next topic that I want to talk about again. This is great that I came on live because I just wanted to get this off my chest about a few things happening. Butler, Pennsylvania. Joe Biden Joe Biden got COVID. Listen, man, at that age, I thought this might be a wrap. It might be over. Now, I'm not like trying to be funny or nothing like that because it would be sad. But the fact that look with Sheila Jackson Lee, who was out there in Houston, I think one of my like day one subs from out there, old lady Fish, I think she passed away too in like January. Haven't heard from her, but listen, man, do you want to die in office? Do you love your job that much? You didn't even get to enjoy retirement. You just die in office. Really? Rest in peace to Sheila Jackson Lee. Rest in peace to Sheila Jackson Lee. Biden again. Biden is still alive, so not rest in peace to him. But COVID, this is risky for somebody up in age like that. It's very risky. But he has these boosters and stuff, so maybe that'll help him out. To each his own. To each his own. Yeah, let me just leave that alone. Now, before I get on out of here, I want to talk about. Let me see what else. It is Saturday, right? It's Saturday. It's 10:40 Central Time where I am. But yeah, man, all this talk about. No, man, it's just crazy. So I talked about Angel Reese, talked about the Butler, Pennsylvania, talked about the wash and dry situation that was just crazy. Let me see what else. Randall Cobb. So I'm not sure if you all saw about Randall Cobb allegedly. I want to say Randall Cobb had a Tesla explosion inside of his garage, and I got one. I try to be objective, man. I got one of these EV haters as friends, right? I told you, look. Guys sending the link to me and all that. I guarantee, I haven't heard people talk about it. It's because I used to work in hard labor with concrete. I guarantee that it was a poor electrical job. It wasn't this Tesla charger. Randall Cobb, guys will show up and sell you a lemon. That's why you need to know about, before you call it a professional, you need to know something about what you need fixed. Because you don't know more about me than concrete. When I come up, I can just really, I couldn't do that because it would look bad for the company. But I could really show up and tell you anything, right? That guys out here doing bad concrete work, pipes bursting underneath and everything. But back to this Randall Cobb electrician, I guarantee the guy sold Randall Cobb a lemon in terms of electrical work, probably overcharged them. What does Randall Cobb know about watts and, his power box? I guarantee that's what it was. It wasn't, this Tesla charger exploding. Look, Tesla explode. Told you. It's not that simple. It's not. But I had that as on my list because man, again, yeah, I think climate change is a scam, but I guess because I rode inside a Tesla that I understand it's actually a good car. Like it's not but and speaking of states like California's going to have to roll back this whole electrical. Oh yeah, let me talk about this too. Proposition 47 is on the ballot in California. This is it changed sentencing rules. Now I used to live in Antioch, right? I lived in Antioch, California for like a year and a half. Listen, man. They say it's not safe there anymore. Proposition 47. Now Antioch is 30 minutes from Oakland. So when Proposition 47 came as a law, you released a lot of guys from prison. And listen, man, I like criminal justice reform, especially the things Trump did. But when you do this right here with Proposition 47, oh, now it's shootings at the gas station. Like, Antioch was safe. Like, you could walk around. You could walk to the gym. You could walk to Jack in the Box. You could walk to the skate park. Not anymore. Not so much. You got guys getting shot at these places. Not saying shootings weren't happening then. You just had to. It's not as like dudes getting shot in the head and all this. Like, it wasn't like that when I was in Antioch. And that was during Schwarzenegger. That was like Obama was in office then. So that was a long time ago. But now seeing how it has turned, come on, man. Proposition 47 again, it's a revolving crime. The fact that it's even on the ballot for repeal shows California is admitting, hey, we got a problem. We got a problem with crime. We got to do something about it. I haven't seen a video on the platform, but again, maybe I haven't searched for it in the right way. And then you have a lot of censorship happening. This is YouTube, so this is what they're going to do. They're going to censor. They're going to try to do. They censor guys with 1 million subs. It's crazy on here, but hey. Again, I just want to thank everybody who stayed subbed to the channel. I'm trying to find my phone. Yeah, I want to thank everybody who stayed subscribed to the channel as I've been gone for a few months. Again, I'm really just getting used to the internet, trying to adjust because, again, I didn't grow up on this. So I'm literally learning the internet on the fly. 7-8 years ago, get asked to be in a commercial. Film a commercial, didn't come out. Then you start a channel. Then you get, over 500 subs. Like, it's kind of moving fast. Kind of moving a little fast, to be completely honest. But yeah, again, man, thank you to everybody. Again, how do y'all feel about November, right? November's coming up. Make sure you go out to vote. If it was important, they wouldn't let you go vote. Throw it in the machine. Go vote. Go. I know people are going to go, the question is, again, Arizona, Wisconsin, Georgia. I think Georgia, it's going to be tricky, man. I don't know. It's going to be tricky. And it's hard to say. And that's another thing about the internet, as I mentioned earlier in the screen. I'm not I told you so guy. The election can go either way. So with the prediction video that I made, it can go either way. If Trump wins, yeah, technically I would be wrong, right, in that prediction that I predicted Biden to win. But again, we would just have to see. I think Trump's the front runner now, obviously. Especially after all this. Oh, and I want to talk about that too. Like, him being assassinated, that has nothing to do with like black support. The goal when you're in the streets is to commit crime, get away, and don't talk about it. The goal is not to get shot. When you get shot, now people start to diss you. That's why people diss the dead. So see, again, like in certain terms of crime, a lot of people just be talking. I don't think you got some people that actually care about the crime, but it's a political topic, so now it's a mess. It's hard to tell who really, because if you don't understand, I don't understand again how a assassination attempt is again associated with, maybe because guys like Malcolm X, right, and Martin Luther King, which at the barbershop the other day, one guy called Martin Luther King a punk, which was crazy because I wouldn't even go that far, but you got guys calling Martin Luther King a punk. It's funny. So yeah, let me check the comments before I get out of here. Just wanted to post some kind of content on the channel. Let me see. Let me go to this live and see your channel. Yeah, we just have to see how it fares out. I'm gonna leave it up for like for replay so people can see it. Let me check the comments and see. All right, so no comments. We all good. We all good to go. We all good to go. Yeah, so I'm gonna get on out of here. Salute to everybody. Just wanted to post some kind of content. Yeah, we all good to go. On the channel. So yeah, I stayed on here a minute. Let me see how live I've been on here. Make sure to hit the like button. Sub to the channel if you're watching. I had 500 and I want to say like 45 subs, but people getting their channel deleted. People being unsubscribed. It's just YouTube, man. This is how they roll. So to each his own. Going back to what Harvey Levin said about me sounding like a politician. Listen, man. If people go with Biden, they go with Biden. If people go with Trump, they go with Trump. It don't matter to me. Like, I'm not. Well, in a way, it do matter because I want Trump to win. But listen, man, ain't no hard feelings. I promise you that. None at all. So
I stayed on
yeah.
for a minute. Let me see how live I've been.
Make sure to hit the like button. Sub to the
You know
channel.
what? I'm
if
gonna
you're
talk.
watching.
You know what? Right before I leave, I'm gonna talk about this too. This whole Tim Scott situation. Listen, man.
People being unsubscribed.
I'm not against interracial. Let's get that clear.
This is how they roll.
But Tim Scott was apparently had this fake marriage where he was put with a
if people go
Tim Scott was placed with a white
people
girl.
go
Now
with
listen,
Biden, they
man.
go with Biden. If people go with Trump, they go with Trump.
If Tim Scott was a white male, he would have been placed with a white girl. So why was Tim Scott from the powers that be?
I promise you that.
The whole reason for Tim Scott marriage being fixed was because he was running for political power. So why? You know what? I'm gonna talk. You know what? If it's a fixed marriage, I'm gonna talk about this too. Why was Tim Scott placed with a white woman? That fits a stereotype. Does the GOP not? They just look stupid sometimes. Tim Scott, not sometimes. Really, all this fake marriage. Right? If it wasn't for you had the GOP said DeSantis was going to be the future. Tim Scott was placed apparently Trump with a nomination. So all that was a lie. Listen, man. If Tim Scott was a white man, Tim Scott in place with a white girl. So why was Tim Scott? This fixed marriage thing is just questionable. The whole but good luck with his fake marriage, man. To each his own. Good luck to Eddie Murphy too. But if Tim Scott was a white guy, he would have been placed with a white girl in a fixed marriage, right? Done by the powers that be. And also, with Tim Scott, listen, man, you will never be president. That's over, right? And you for endless wars and all. Listen, man. You had the GOP. Salute to the Cartier family. I'm subscribed to him. Listen, man, Tim Scott ain't all that was a lie. I understand. Listen, man, Tim Scott can't really be critical. Like that's the game on YouTube. You kind of got a hard line a little bit. Kind of get somewhere. But listen, man, good luck with Tim Scott. I just don't understand why he put. But that fits a stereotype. That's what I want to talk about. So I was circling and repeating myself, frankly. Tim Scott being a white girl fits a stereotype. Like, oh, you know, I'm sure he like them dogs. He like avocado. Like, he fit like that's the Carlton. That's the Carlton kind of effect. It doesn't make sense as to why he would be placed with. Well, it does make sense because again, it's stereotypes. I understand. Stereotypes do exist. So, you know, again, man, I don't understand why Tim Scott was placed with him. It is what it is. Understand why but that fits a stereotype. That's what I want to comment one more time before I get out and repeat myself. Tim Scott being a white girl. I'm out of here. Make sure to again hit the like button, subscribe to the channel below. He probably gonna drop a video soon. The Carlton kind of get ready to move actually, so we'll see.